we're live. Welcome to Eagles Talk after the terrible loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as our Philadelphia Eagles go down 33-16. This game didn't look pretty from the beginning. This game didn't look pretty from the middle, and this game didn't look pretty at the end. Um, it was a tough loss, but hindsight is 50-50. We're down our right tackle, we're down our center, we're down both our receivers. Um, it was just it just was time that it's going to happen that we didn't have the actual bodies to hold up in this type of weather with these type of athletes. There were some good things I saw, and there were some bad things. Actually, there was a lot of bad things, to be honest with you. But yeah, welcome to Eagles Talk. And the Eagles lose again. We're at 2-2. We're going to the bye week a little banged up, but this is probably the best time to have the bye week when we're banged up and we get the opportunity to have these guys sit down for 14 days to get healed up and get prepared for the rest of the season. Because we cannot continue to play this brand of football with these guys on the field. I think we targeted wide receiver like before the fourth quarter like once. That's unacceptable. That's really unacceptable. And I got my co-host on. Hey, Nichelle.
Hey everybody.
Yeah, he saw that drastic, terrible Philadelphia showing. What are your thoughts?
I think you know what I'm just going to read from I am going to read from my ladies Eagles chat,
Hmm.
okay?
Oh
They want
boy.
to know where the O-line was. They want to know where Kellen Moore was.
Hmm.
They want to know where the secondary was. The bye week couldn't come soon enough. Wait, I'm
All
not
right.
done. Um they want to know where the tackling was, the wrapping up. Where's the protection? How can Jalen make a decision if y'all are already 3 yards in the backfield by the time he gets the ball?
Yeah.
Um, he should use his legs more. When you're getting in these situations when your offense is not clicking. First of all, look at the record when Lane Johnson's not in.
Hmm.
The math is mathing. We don't win without Lane,
We don't.
y'all.
Not at
We
all.
just don't win. He has like almost a perfect rating on keeping that man protected. Number one. Number two, this is a time where I feel like he stayed in the pocket too much. And everybody, there's half a faction of people that say he needs to stay and stick it out and deliver
Mhm.
the ball. In games like this, I just think he should have put it on his back more. And I think that those are the decisions I weren't happy with. I think he should have ran with it more because there was no protection.
Yeah, it definitely was not. It was no protection here at all.
None.
Listen, I hate that we lose, but to lose the way we did, we were down what 24-0 at one point.
Hmm.
It's just like they came out there with zero energy, zero. It was in their mind. They say this is it did Doc Rivers thing. This is scheduled loss. They had no enthusiasm. They were already defeated when they stepped on the field. That's what it looked like to me. Because you let Baker Mayfield, and again, I told you this during the pregame show, if you let Baker Mayfield keep a clean pocket, he will pick you apart just like Tom Brady. So you can.
They
You
made him
can.
look like he hasn't been on like 5 teams.
I mean, he got sacked what 6 times last week because of the pressure got to him. This week, I think we got 2 sacks against him. Like we have to be better. That defensive line has to be better. I don't know what Vic Fangio has to do as far as that defensive line, but also you got to bring your corners down. You giving a quarterback who's getting the ball out in about 1.2 seconds a easy a easy pass. I put in the comments that Tom Brady said this. He said the corners are so far back off that Baker Mayfield don't. He doesn't even have to make an A+ though. All you have to do is get the ball and just toss it. It could be a D though. The corners are so far off and they're already building. Yes, they're already building. They're not challenging the receiver. They're scared of the receivers. I think Vic came into this game with a bad defensive game plan. You should have challenged the receivers. I understand that Goodwin and Evans. There are some good receivers, but challenge them. Make the quarterback hold the ball for another whole second and give our actual rush an opportunity to get after the quarterback. Truly get after the quarterback.
All right. Let me put up a couple more of these comments here.
I tell
What's
you
the
right
one I
now.
was looking for?
After that first drive, I looked at
So
the
we
team
got
going, not yet,
Palatero. You got fire Nick Sirianni.
not yet.
Wait, bench Jalen Hurts.
If you bet Jalen Hurts, it's not
Vic
a
needs
sack.
on be on the skyline. Like, can we need some better solutions than that? Because none of those things are realistically going to happen in week 4. So give me something better than that.
Yeah,
Fire the
it's
D line coach. That's hyperbolic. I need either plays that have to be called or decisions that have to be made because they're probably not going to do that at week 4. Just be realistic.
yeah, it's a terrible showing by all fronts. Even the special teams got their part of it. That was a BS
Right?
call.
What
That
was that?
I'll
How
be
you
honest,
gonna run
that's a
into your
BS.
own dude,
But
yo?
besides that, the one where the guy got hit, like that's a BS call. Because there's nothing that he can do in his capacity to even attempt to catch the ball when a defender is in him. It should be a 5-yard penalty, not a 15-yard
Mhm.
penalty, because you should have some control over your body. You're going in that direction. You should have some control. Just because somebody slightly push you on the back, you should still have control. You went directly into the kick return and cost us
Right.
the ball down there, even though the defense held up. Um, we had a few opportunities. And oh man, Nichelle, that strip shot when Jalen got stripped. So Saquon came and filled the hole, but David fought through it and he ran around him. Goddard flash wide open in the end zone. That's where Jalen was going. That would have got us at least seven
Mhm.
points
I
closer.
saw that. I saw that.
Um,
I saw because he was like, "Oh no, I got somebody open," and dude was right.
but the thing about it,
He
Kellen,
didn't feel the presence of him being right there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's hard to say. You got to have that pocket presence to feel the guy coming from behind you. I mean,
Right,
that's
especially when he
very
wasn't
difficult.
there a split second ago.
Correct. And your running back did the proper thing. He met him in a hole. He forced him on the outside. You stepped up as a quarterback. That's what we asked you to do. Step up. But that's football. That's
Mhm.
football. Hey, let me get to a comment by Alan Salt. He said, Nick Sirianni is a genius. Every year, stars not playing preseason games has done nothing but kill the Eagles. They need to learn the fundamentals again, the ABCs, tackle, block, penalties, etc. I kind of agree
The
with this one.
ABCs. Yeah,
I agree
the
with this one
tackling, the blocking, and the penalties. Good
because
call on that one. See, that's what I need to hear.
the
That's
tackling
what
was
I need to hear.
terrible.
Give me a solution.
But you make Baker Mayfield look.
You made
Baker
Baker
Mayfield
Mayfield look
always looks good
like
against
the
us.
MVP of the league, and the
Eh,
only thing y'all can say is about
I give
him.
you three quarterbacks. I give you three quarterbacks, Michelle. Kirkpatrick, who's retired, thank goodness.
Mhm,
Kirk Cousins and freaking Baker Mayfield. These are the three quarterbacks who are possession quarterbacks at best, right?
mhm,
Give them some good offenses, they can be very outstanding, but they are possession quarterbacks. We make them look like the top tier quarterbacks every time we play
mhm,
them. And that's what you're doing here all week. Fire Nick Sirianni.
mhm.
That does not, like he said in the show, it does not fix the solution, the problem
No,
at hand. We need the
I need
solution.
a solution, y'all. I need a
But
solution.
we were handicapped though. We went into a fight with Mike Tyson with both hands behind our back.
Listen, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. We first of all, we don't have a winning record without Lane. Do we think
Yeah.
we're not going? You think we're going to have a winning record without Lane, Devontae, and AJ? Like, let's like, and I don't want to hear that. Oh, he only needs weapons. Well, even if he didn't have Devontae and AJ, Lane takes that percentage of winning up exponentially. We still
Mm,
need our linemen. And that was shown today, especially against a team that blitzes on every play. We know that. We've seen this for the past 3 seasons playing Tampa Bay.
yeah. It's tough playing them
We're
down
not
there.
winning without our linemen. We
Correct.
already down Kelsey and got, newbies in there filling in to fill that gap, but we're not winning without Lane, y'all. Jalen could do cartwheels and be Sabrina the Good Witch and transport himself. He would still get hit without Lane. That's
Yeah.
the reality of it.
Uh,
Check the stats if you don't believe me.
you're right.
Check the stats.
You're right. You're 100% right. Shout out to Eagles Talk.
He's
That's
a
Dante.
star.
Dante said, well, we got our answer on whether we would see the same defensive effort last week. You're 100% right. I want to go to this comment. This comment is actually very telling, right? From JT. Nick is not playing. We say this all the time. It's the players. The coaches put you in position. It's the players that have to execute. But I actually put this game on the coordinators because the coordinators, from the defensive coordinator, Vic Fangio, and from our offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, everything they put out there is vanilla. You had our corners playing 7 to 8 yards off all game. You had Avante Maddox going with the motion, not rotating. He was going with the motion every single time, was caught out of position every stinking time. And
Mhm,
that's what they understand about Avante Maddox is that
mhm,
he would go with the motion and overexert himself to go with the motion and be out of sorts when he gets there.
mhm,
And that's what happened in the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna try to bring that up, but he overexerted himself and not realizing the receiver's going back. Like,
mhm, mhm.
um, get to some more comments.
Yeah.
Rachel,
And
eh,
nobody's doing their job, y'all.
nobody,
Nobody's doing their job.
not even close.
So that's why we need solutions, because in reality, when all departments aren't doing their job, you don't just wipe all departments. It doesn't ever happen in real life. you you got to break it down slow by slow to keep the production going
Hmm.
of the company. So that's not happening. This isn't, you feel me?
Yeah,
If we sit in here and we, 3-10, it might happen, but we're not. So, with that being said, I love the fact that people are talking about the fundamentals and the game planning, because the game planning was garbage. Like they did not game plan for this team, and if they
hmm,
did, the players did not execute that game plan because we got beat at the line of scrimmage every every which way on both sides of the ball, and you're not going to win a game that way.
piss
I don't
poor.
care who's
Hmm.
catching it. I don't care who's playing the secondary. It starts at the line.
Hmm.
They
What they
was
say?
getting bullied
Yes, it
when
did.
they were on defense. They let Tampa Bay's O line bully them, and they straight bullied our O line today.
It did.
They knew Lane wasn't going to be there, and they took full advantage of that. And them boys were not ready to handle that.
No,
But
they,
I
they they
digress.
weren't. So the one bright spot we had, Saquon Barkley did have a big run. Besides that, he wasn't doing too much in the run game. And again, I said that goes back on the coordinators. Regardless of it's working or not, you have to continue with your running game, especially the best aspect of your game. Like, you have two of your stars out. You have your right tackle out. Dallas Goddard is being double teamed, even though he had a pretty decent day. He did have a very
Mhm.
uncharacteristic drop. But you have to get your ball to your superstar. Your superstar is Saquon Barkley. He's the one that's gonna make this game break this game, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, the thing about it is the coordinator, you have to put your players in better position. What happened to the motions? I saw outside motions, not cross the field
They gave
motions.
up on all those plays this week. I'm like,
Screens.
what happened?
What happened to the screen? Listen, they're blitzing, and I called this out. I say you can tell who's blitzing, especially when they try to disguise their blitz. Because you look at the corner. The corner looked very uninterested in the play. He's looking around like he's looking for birdies or something like that. He's not in a position of attacking with the wide receiver. So from that, in my aspect, I know he's blitzing because that's the same mentality I take if I was to blitz on the outside.
Listen, I know you was screaming like
Oh
Walter and
yeah, I
Brendan
was.
here about
Like,
how they was, because
it
that's
got
what.
to a point. It got to a
How,
point
why
this
are you
show
playing so far
when I
off
saw
though?
these
Like,
guys when I saw them
seriously?
so far off. I said, you know what, this game was they didn't come down here to play this game. They just wanted to finish the game, get out of there, go home, and relax for the next 14 days. That's what I surmise from it. That's
Mhm.
really what I surmise from it.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
no way in the world I'm going to continue to play these wide receivers so far off when all Baker Mayfield was averaging was like 4 or 5 yards per throw, 4 or 5 yards per throw. In the first drive, his average throw was 2 yards. 2 yards. That's to the running back swinging left and right. To the wide receiver going left and right.
As JT said, they punched us
I,
in
t-
the
I
mouth.
took I took the wrong
And I
time to
said, I
not pick.
said, we might get out coached. And didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all
It wasn't thing about being out coach. It's out being physical. And
that too?
the thing is, the team got punched in the mouth, and they
Mm-hmm.
didn't know how to respond. And everybody started silking, putting their shoulders down, starting being oh. But you can't do that. All right, this is fourth game of the season. Every man in that locker room got to understand something. That when they come back on practice game, they got to answer a bell.
Mm-hmm.
They got to hold each other accountable. They got to stop this nonsense that week in and week out we see all the time. Missing these doggone easy tackles. Yes, I call them easy tackles. Because when you
So
one on one somebody, even if he runs you over, you hold on and let the cavalry come in there.
listen,
Xbox next.
I know, right? Xbox Nick. Listen, every position meeting this week needs to have coming to Jesus moments.
Mhm.
Period. Period. Even with our injuries, we still should have had better production out of the offensive plays. We should have had better production from our defense. Our defense don't have the injuries offense have.
Yeah.
And you want to put up a game like you did last week, turn in the corner to totally regress to like the end of last year? You ain't
Mhm.
even play that bad week 1 and week 2. That's what got me off guard. It's like,
This guy had
seriously?
334 yards, 100.2 rating. Believe it or not, besides the sacks, Jalen didn't get the opportunity to target any wide receivers because they weren't getting open. They were not getting open.
They were getting beat up.
And then Tampa 2 defense, what's open is the middle of the field, in
Hmm.
front of the linebackers, and the middle field behind the linebackers. You employ your safeties to move sideline to sideline on type defense. And what stresses that is those routes that are deeper and shorter. Your short crossers that's coming over in front of linebackers, and your deep posts and corner routes. Those stress that type of defense. But when you're not getting an opportunity to throw the ball because you're pressured on every single down because you're injured, that takes a lot out of the quarterback. That takes a lot out of the offense. But as a offensive coordinator, you have to scheme for that. If they want to blitz you constantly and they know they come on one side, why are we not screening to that side?
And
You
we
go towards the
listen, and
blitz.
then in other situations we screen too much. But when we need the screen, we don't use it. That's what drives me crazy about the offensive scheme. When we need to run, we don't use it. When we need the screen, we don't use it. When we don't need it, we all up on it.
Yeah, yeah.
They're somebody
Oh
said Dr.
man.
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde about the defense, but sometimes the offensive play calling is like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde to me. It's like you made sense for a half a series, and then the last two plays made zero sense.
Hmm.
And you broke your own momentum just with the play calling alone.
Yeah.
And I'm with Donovan here. We need to run tackling drills until I said that to my son. I was like, they would be doing up downs, gassers, running laps. I'm old school.
Yes, that's old school thinking. Unfortunately, old school thinking will get you fined quickly.
I'm
um,
sorry.
you know what? We got to
On the
give.
field, you wouldn't even get into the locker room. Everybody.
And you know what the crazy thing is? What I would have ran? I would have ran more of a tight end sets, more tight end sets, and ran the ball with my guys in there under center, not in a shotgun, under center.
Hmm.
Right now, you're stressing that Tampa 2 defense. Now it's your physicality versus my physicality. I mean, I know you got Vita Vey. He's a big individual down there, boss. But still, after a while, that heat gets to everybody, regardless if you live in it or not. It gets to everybody. Um, I want to hear some more comments, and then we want to take this one down because it's not
Yes,
more.
we are.
It's
Nothing
not
more to say. We
nothing
got
to talk
blown.
about.
We got beat.
Mm,
Still fly, Eagles fly.
always fly, Eagles fly.
But yeah,
Quavo said the tackling was embarrassing. It definitely was embarrassing.
yeah. This whole game was
Man, that
embarrassing.
that that fourth down play on the goal line when Baker Mayfield scored a running touchdown. It, yo, Bree Blaker should have got knocked his jock strap off. He got to knock his jock strap off. He got to make him regret ever pulling that football out and trying to run.
Mhm. Mhm.
We got out coach, outsmart, out touched, out
Out
tough. I'm
tough.
sorry. Again, as a team, we look soft, like we knew we couldn't win. The defense spotted Tampa 14, but yeah, we did 14 doggone points, and the rest was. I had no more. I had no more to say. After halftime, it was like they're not playing up to the potential that they can. I know we're down stars, but that's not an excuse. That's never an excuse.
Basically.
We
And
always do.
that's how the day went, y'all. If you really want to know, this is really how the day went. We made Baker Mayfield look like Joe Montana.
VPAC, yes, yes, I love that. Yo, he needs to make. Let me put the comment up. I'm sorry. He said, Blankenship needed to get a penalty on that Baker run. You should have knocked him. You should have knocked him cold out. I'm sorry. If I see a quarterback running at me and I have a clean shot, listen.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
taking
You're lighting
all of
him up.
me and I'm gonna knock him.
All of him.
I'm gonna clearly try to run through him and knock him out of his cleats. But I digress. I can't do that any longer. That hurts. But they get paid for it. Just a few more comments and we can get out of here. Softer than Charmin. Is it the Charmin is wet or the Charmin is fresh out the pack?
Mhm. It's more like the Charmin that clogged the toilet up.
Oh goodness gracious! But we got a 2 week bye week. I think we're gonna do one show. We might take a week off. We'll put it out on the Facebook channel and on a YouTube channel just to keep
Mhm.
you abreast of everything.
We might need a week off to digest all of this.
I
'Cause,
need to go
the
smoke a
city should.
cigar.
Everybody's going to be throwing themselves off the balcony for the next 6 weeks. I mean,
Yeah,
6 days.
please, everybody,
You know what
relax,
I mean?
relax. It's week 4. Still got a
They're
long
not
season.
going to relax. They're going to turn on WIP.
We we
They're going to
we
look on TikTok. They're going to look on YouTube, and they're going to see everybody snapping and freaking out about us losing today. And they're going to continue to freak out. People are going to continue to say fire Sirianni, fire Fangio, fire Kellen Moore, bench Jalen. That's this. We're going to hear this on repeat.
but Nichelle, and the crazy thing about it, when we did our predictions, a lot of people predict them to go, have 3 losses, 4 losses, 5 losses. Like
Hmm.
this is the process. It's a long season, and sometimes you need these losses to look at what you need to be better at. When we lost to the Falcons, we were pissed off. We was upset, but we
Hmm.
looked at what we need to be better at, and we got better the following week.
Hmm.
Sometimes these losses they bring a bright spot to the locker room because now the team understand what they have to be better at in order to be better.
Hmm.
You know, and when you're 3-0 or 4-0, what can you improve on? But,
Everybody's saying that was Nick game plan because he had the card. He said he had the play sheet.
well,
Oh, word?
if we had the play sheet, I'm gonna call for his neck because he shouldn't be calling plays because his plays suck. All right, but he would have the play sheet anyway because he has to look at the plays with Kellen, and they go through each other. So
Hmm.
it's Kellen's offense. Well, I don't know who offense it is. It's the Eagles'
Who
offense.
knows?
Who
We
knows?
don't know. You know what? I don't care whose office it is. I just want it to work. Y'all care more about that. If y'all can get in sync, I don't care how you figure it out. It's just like when you give a group of people a job, and it's two of your job to get this project done. I don't care who's in charge
Mhm.
or who's calling which week. Just make it productive. I
Yeah,
need you to produce. It really doesn't matter. You're both coaches in the league. It's your jobs to make it work.
it definitely is. Make it work. Make it happen. Do
Make
something.
it work. Make it happen. Kellen and Nick together and Vic. Make it happen. It's your jobs. It's
Yeah.
really that simple, y'all. It's their jobs. And who cares? Who cares? I don't care if it's Nick calling or Kellen calling. Week to week to week. Figure out a rhythm that's going to make the offense look good.
We should have blitzed. We should have blitzed Baker Mayfield the whole doggone game.
What are you talking about? We're allergic to the blitz.
The whole doggone game. And truthfully, I didn't see a successful blitz from Vic this game. There were a couple pressures that actually looked pretty good. I saw a Bryce Huff sighting. He had a tackle and assist. So but
Bryce Huff sighting. I wish we could have
Bryce,
just graphics pop up. I saw a Bryce Huff sighting.
maybe that's down the road. But with that being said, Nichelle, we lose 16-33 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, to a team that we don't win against in Tampa Bay. Let's be honest.
I said that. I said
All
they
three of
have our
them.
number.
Yeah.
Listen, I said.
You had Tom Brady coming back during the game. Then you got him being honored, and they say, "Hey, Tom."
Mhm,
Oh,
mhm.
come on, man. We had our backs against the wall. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and end the show. We look forward to our Philadelphia Eagles getting healthy over this bye week, getting Jalen healthy, getting Saquon healthy, getting the Cam, all the Knicks people that got nicked up today with hamstring injuries, and
Mhm,
I
mhm.
think Reed Blankenship left the game because he was dehydrated. He should have left the game. He got embarrassed by Baker Mayfield. Okay. We should get AJ Lane and Devontae back in our next game. I think we play the Cleveland Browns. We have a stretch of games where we can get right back into the thick of
Mhm.
things. I saw a comment said, "Are we the worst team in the NFC East?" That's the Giants. The
Come on,
Giants are.
y'all. Now you being real extra.
It's
No,
just, it's just reactionary. We,
I
we are
know
a
it is.
reactionary fan
No,
base. We
stop.
we 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 react to everything, which is fine. But the next three games is the Cleveland Browns, the New York Giants, and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Mhm.
So these are games we can get back healthy with, even though Cincinnati won for the first time this week. We can still get our swing of things with those three games.
Mhm.
All right.
For sure. And Miss Rachel, we agreed with you. Remember that. We laughed, but we and we knew it was violent. And you chose violence, but they did not. That's the problem.
Oh, just to let you know, Neighbors is out with a concussions and concussion protocol. Neighbors is a very good receiver for the Giants, but that's it.
Okay.
All right, that's it. There's nothing. If you're scared of, get a dog. Listen, we always used to say that for you. If you're scared to do something, go get a dog. I think Neighbors gonna be one on one with Q, and he got beat a couple times today, but he was there to make plays. He made a very good pass breakup against
Yeah,
Mike
he's a
Evans.
rookie though.
Yeah, he's only
And
gonna get
and
better.
I feel like he's outperforming the veterans,
Oh, he's
even with
definitely
his
outperforming.
mistakes.
He's
So,
outperforming Slay. And you know what? I think I want to start seeing what's his name, Isaiah Rogers in there because
huh,
he has that speed. I didn't. They say he was fast, but when he came off that corner and make that was straight
right.
up
No,
speed.
I would like to see more Q and Isaiah as well
Yeah. So,
because what's happening now is not working.
well, with that
So
being
y'all
said,
want to talk about benching people?
oh my
Start
goodness,
with your DBs.
yeah, Miss Slay needs to go.
Start with your DBs. Stop playing with me.
Well, I'm gonna go sit down and relax, smoke a cigar,
I
and
know that's right.
I'm not gonna
I'm
worry
gonna go
about it.
make some seafood. I'm gonna make fish and shrimp.
Oh, really? Ah,
Yep.
that's a good idea.
Isn't it? Isn't
I
it?
still got some more snow
Listen.
crabs. I might put some on.
Just remember, y'all, the Eagles do not sign your paychecks. Okay. So don't let them occupy all your headspace for the next 2 weeks because they're not going to play for 2 more weeks. So I'm going to need you to channel some of your joy and
Ted,
not let them suck up all your energy and stress you out and add more grace. Stress is one of the number one killers in America.
it definitely is. It gives you. That's why I had a headache
Don't let
last week.
them take away your life force.
Oh my goodness.
We need some zen right now. We
I
need some
know.
zen right now.
I'm about to
That's
go get
right.
my Zen right now.
Still rock with my squad. Come on now.
Eagles too. I'll die.
Turncoats. Fans want to just throw your baby out with the bathwater. That's not what we do here.
Oh
Yeah,
goodness.
they play like trash. We could say they play like trash. It was garbage today. Hot garbage. Hot stinking garbage.
Yeah, they
But
were terrible. They were
still
terrible.
our squad.
But if this is our low point of the season, I mean, let this be our low point, and let's spring forward and get a better showing move after this bye week.
Absolutely.
Because we get our stars back. When we get our stars
Mhm.
back, this offense will look completely different, and teams will be reluctant to blitz us like they have because they have people that can get open, who fight through double teams and fight to get open and stuff like
Facts.
that nature. So,
Facts.
with that being said, Nichelle, you have anything left? I don't.
Nope.
I have nothing left.
Nope. I'm good.
All
Oh,
right.
look at these fun people in the comments. Ugh,
Rogers caused a fumble today. Yes, I do agree.
what should I
Bench
say to that? There you
Maddox.
go. We'll give him some hearts.
Look at that.
That's
All
for you,
right.
Eric.
We'll see y'all next Thursday. Enjoy the bye week. Enjoy the bye week. Fly Eagles. Fly Eagles talk. We are out.
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up. Crack that fool. Quarterback crack. Yo, sack that fool.